I lived in Whispering Woods, my home. I had bright eyes and a bushy tail. I loved adventures and liked exploring the woods every day.
One sunny day, Finn went for a walk. He sniffed the air, wondering what would he find today. Finn was excited to see.
The woods were full of sounds. Birds sang sweet songs and squirrels chattered in the trees. Everything was so lively.
Finn smiled. Whispering Woods was his favorite place in the whole wide world. He couldn't wait to see what adventure awaited him next. Finn reached a clearing. The sun shone brightly, casting a warm glow over the entire forest. The trees swayed gently in the breeze, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of blooming flowers. Finn felt a sense of peace wash over him as he took in the beauty of his surroundings. Suddenly, something shimmered on the ground, catching Finn's eye. What could it be? His curiosity piqued. Finn crept closer, his heart pounding with excitement. The object glinted in the sunlight, almost as if it were calling out to him.
It was a feather, but not an ordinary feather. This feather was unlike any Finn had ever seen before. It was delicate and intricate, with patterns that seemed to dance and shift as he looked at it. This feather was blue and sparkly. It glowed with magic, casting a soft, ethereal light around it. Finn could hardly believe his eyes. He had heard stories of magical feathers, but he never thought he would find one himself.
Finn had never seen anything like it. He was both amazed and a little bit scared. What kind of magic did this feather hold? And why was it here, in the middle of the forest? He gently picked it up. The feather felt warm in his paw, almost as if it were alive. Finn could feel a strange energy pulsing through it, filling him with a sense of wonder and awe. It was so beautiful. Finn couldn't take his eyes off it. Suddenly, Finn heard a loud caw, breaking the spell of the moment. He looked up, startled.
A big crow landed in front of him. Its feathers were as black as night, and its eyes gleamed with a strange, unsettling light. The crow had mean eyes and sharp claws. It looked at Finn with a gaze that sent shivers down his spine. This was no ordinary crow. This was no ordinary crow. Finn could sense that it too was touched by magic. But was it friend or foe? Finn's adventure was just beginning.
That's mine, give it back!
His voice was rough.
What do you mean? I found it.
That feather is special. It belongs to me. I'm Crag, the strongest crow in Whispering Woods.
Finn didn't believe him. Crag looked mean and greedy. Finn didn't want to give him the feather.
No, I won't let you have it.
Finn stood tall, even though he was scared. Crag was furious. His feathers ruffled with anger and his eyes burned with a fiery determination. He had been chasing Finn for what felt like hours, and his patience was wearing thin.
Caw! I'll get you, Finn. You can't escape me.
He swooped down at Finn, his talons outstretched and ready to grab. The wind whistled through his wings as he dived with incredible speed.
Whoa, that was close! Finn exclaimed, his heart pounding in his chest. He could feel the rush of air as Crag's talons missed him by mere inches.
Finn dodged and ran. He had to protect the feather. Finn was quick and agile, weaving through the underbrush with the grace of a dancer. The feather he clutched was no ordinary feather. It was magical, and he couldn't let Crag get his claws on it. He darted through the trees, his paws barely touching the ground. The forest was his home, and he knew every twist and turn, every hidden path and secret nook.
Caw! You can't hide from me! Crag screeched, his voice echoing through the woods. He was relentless, and his anger only fueled his determination.
Crag followed, cawing angrily. Finn knew the woods well. He used fallen logs and bushes to hide, his small size giving him an advantage in the dense undergrowth. He could hear Crag's frustrated caws as he lost sight of him momentarily. He had to lose Crag. Crag was bigger and stronger, but Finn was smarter and faster. He zigzagged through the forest, using every trick he knew to stay ahead. His mind raced as he thought of ways to outsmart the relentless crow. He wouldn't give up easily. He had to protect the feather. It was his duty, and he was determined to succeed. With a final burst of speed, he clutched the glowing feather tightly, his eyes filled with determination. Finn was tired. He had been running for what felt like hours, trying to lose Crag, the menacing wolf who had been chasing him relentlessly. He held the feather tight in his paw, feeling its warmth. It glowed brighter with each passing moment, almost as if it was responding to his determination and willpower.
Whoa, what's happening? This feather, it's doing something incredible.
Finn felt a surge of energy course through his body. The feather wasn't just glowing, it was magical. It filled him with a newfound strength and gave him a burst of speed he had never experienced before. His legs moved swiftly, almost effortlessly, as if the wind itself was carrying him. He ran faster than ever before, his surroundings becoming a blur of colors and shapes. The enchanted forest seemed to part for him, guiding his way with trails of blue sparkles that danced in his wake.
I can't believe it. I'm so fast. This is amazing. I've never felt anything like this.
Crag was left far behind, his growls fading into the distance. He couldn't catch Finn now, no matter how hard he tried. Finn had escaped the danger that loomed over him. He was safe, at least for now. As Finn slowed down, he realized something profound. It wasn't just the feather that made him brave. It was his own kind heart and clever mind that had guided him through the perilous chase. The feather was a tool, but his courage and intelligence were the true sources of his strength.
I did it. I really did it. I outsmarted Crag and found my inner strength. This is just the beginning of my adventures.